Hey guys, what's going on? Nick here. Thanks for tuning in. All right, today we're going to take a look at the indicators that I use that help me determine when I get in and get out of a trade. So we're not going to actually go over how I use them. I just want to show you the ones that I use. So when it comes to indicators, my opinion and my theory on it is keep it simple, right? So I don't like bogging my charts down with too many indicators. You know, you've seen some of these charts have the Vweb. They have like three different simple moving averages. They have two different exponential moving averages. They have Bollinger Bands. This is all in the same chart, and you have trouble seeing the actual candlesticks. You know, and the name of the game is speed and what the price is doing then and now, and that's what candlesticks show you. So I want to be able to see my candlesticks so I can react accordingly the fastest that is possible for me to react. Okay, and for me, and many of you would probably agree with me, that's by reading the candlesticks. So then until they invent an indicator called the crystal ball that's going to tell you the future, what that stock's going to do for the day, I'm using price action and candlesticks. So you want to keep it nice and clean. All right, so there's three indicators that I use, two of which are the main ones. Okay, the two main ones are the VWAP and the average volume line. Okay, and then the third kind of secondary indicator I use, and I only use it on longer term charts, is the MACD. Okay, so just take a look at my screen right here. This is eTrade Pro. So I have four different platforms right now. I have eTrade Pro, I have Interactive Brokers, I have Schwab, and I also have Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim I use more for when I'm helping people learn how to trade it. I tell them to download Thinkorswim because that is a great platform and it offers a lot of it and a lot of services and is free. And eTrade Pro I've used since day one, so I'm used to that one. And obviously Interactive Brokers, many of you guys use for a lot of different reasons, shortable shares, the capabilities and stuff like that. So all good stuff. But let's take a look at this right here. So the VWAP. All right. So the first one is right here. This dark blue line is your VWAP. So you can see right here how it's useful. Pretty much what it is measured off based off the volume. It creates a line based off the volume. Okay. And I'm going to go into videos later on explaining exactly what the indicators are and how I use them to trade and how I look for it and stuff like that. But right now you can just see right here we have a morning spike, and then the stock price came down and kind of settled right on top of that VWAP line. Okay. And so that's showing support in that VWAP line. And then right here we had a break above the previous resistance, still above the VWAP line. And we had a nice little increase in volume, which you can't see, but it's down here. So a nice little increase in volume, right in this area. And then that tells me that the price of the stock has the potential of shooting up, and sure enough, it did. So that's how I use the VWAP, the essentials of the VWAP right there. So the second one I want to take a look at is the average volume line. So you'll see right here I have average volume line in all my charts. We'll take a look at it at the 15-minute 10-day chart. All right, so this one right here, here's our volume. The red and the green bar is our volume. Okay, that white line going across it, the bottom of it right there, that's your average volume line. The reason why this is useful is because if the volume is starting to pick up a little bit or kind of trading sideways, but all of a sudden it starts popping up and it starts popping above this line, that tells you that you're having an increase of volume per the average time frame, be it that day, be it in this case 10 days over 15 minutes, 15-minute candles, be it a 6-month chart, be it a 1-year chart, whatever. It just tells you, it makes it real easy to see and easy to visualize that you have an increase in volume. Okay, so volume is what pushes these stocks, folks. We all know that, right? So volume is super important and what pushes these stocks. So I want to know if we have an increase in volume based off the average. So if we have more than what it's been doing, be it 25,000 or be it 39 million, I want to know that we have an increase. Okay. And then the last one I use is the MACD. Okay, and I use the MACD on two different charts. I use it on my longer term chart right here, which is anywhere from 90, 30, 50, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year charts to my 15-minute 10-day chart. Okay, and all the MACD is, if you're not familiar with it, it pretty much just tells you if you're on an up or downtrend, if the stock's in an up or downtrend. Now obviously by looking at the stock we can see if it's an up or downtrend. There are ways to trade using the MACD. Again, we'll get into that later on down the road, but this is what I use it for. It's just seeing it is on an up or down trend. And right here on eTrade, that zero line right here where I have kind of crosshair, anything above the zero, it's on an uptrend. Even if it's heading downwards, it's still on an uptrend, just going down. And then if it's below the zero, it's on a downtrend, but it could possibly break through the zero and causing the stock to be on an uptrend. Okay. Now, so that's how I use this one. So it's easy for me to see, you know, if I pull up, like, especially in longer terms, you know, like say like a 3-year chart or something like that. And I can kind of see, all right, well, this time it started here, then it was on an uptrend, and it's still on an uptrend, but on a down part of that uptrend. And then another uptrend, then right here, you know, here's the zero line, and right here it snapped it, so now it went into a downtrend. So it kind of gives me an idea of, you know, the trend of the stock. And then as opposed to right here where you can kind of see how it flatlined and all of a sudden just shot up as of lately right here. So that's why I like using it on longer term charts. I also like using it in conjunction with the 15-minute 10-day. And this is right out of Tim Sykes' penny stocking framework. If you're not familiar with that, check out Tim Sykes at profitly.com. He's the one that I studied under, and I am very thankful for that. It's paid off tenfold, so check him out. So, you know, I used it for, like I said, this one as well, the framework. You can kind of see it in a shorter time frame over that 10-day, 15-minute, you know, what's going up and down and all that kind of stuff. Each time frame is going to have a little different of a trend, obviously. So those are the 3 ones that I use. Thanks for tuning in. Keep your eyes out on my channel. Subscribe to my channel because we're going to be going over trade recaps. We're going to be going over, you know, instructional lessons on, like I said, my indicators and how I use them, different software, my scanners, my scanner settings, how I find stocks, how I you know, go all about everything. So I look forward to having comments and talking with you guys. And if you guys remember Profitly, I'll see you guys in the chat room, and we'll talk soon. All right, you guys have a good one. Take care.